Hi, welcome to Smokey's channel. I'm his side piece, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the lore behind the games that he plays. So first, I just want to apologize about any pronunciation that is wrong, and we're just going to get started. So Qing Yan is a new bird character that's released in Gunfire Reborn with the new 8.20 update. The developers at Douai Interactive base a lot of their content off mythological lore, and we decided to do some digging, and this is what we believe Qing Yan is based off or represents. The Qing Lao were blue and or green birds which appear in Chinese mythology, legends, poetry, and religion. Qing meaning the color blue and green combined in Chinese, and Lao referring to the Chinese word for bird. The Chinese language is somewhat ambiguous in regard to the English color, and the word king may and has been translated as blue or green, or even black. In many languages, the color described in English as blue and green are combined using a single cover term. And to describe this, linguists use the portmanteau word for gru from blue and green. King Lao is especially regarded as the messengers or as otherwise serving the Queen Mother of the West, Zai Wang Mu. This means that King Lao isn't just one bird, but a group of birds serving a distinct purpose. So let's go on to the Queen Mother of the West. She is a goddess in Chinese religion and mythology who also is worshipped in neighboring Asian countries and attested from ancient times. The first information on the Queen of the West can be traced back to oracle bone inscriptions of the 15th century BC that record sacrifices to a Western mother. Her name alone reveals some pretty obvious important characteristics that she's loyal, female, and associated with the West. So popularity of the Queen of the Mother of the West, as well as beliefs that she was a dispenser of prosperity, longevity, and eternal bliss took place during the 2nd century BC when the northern and western parts of China were able to be better known because of the opening of the Silk Road. For those who don't know, the Silk Road was a network of trade routes, which connected the East and West and was central to the economic, cultural, political, and religious interactions between these regions from the 2nd century BCE to the 18th century. Some of the mythological birds described in Chinese mythology include King Lao and Qing Yan. Some sources say a three-legged King Lao carried her messages, and in other sources, a single one-legged King Lao fetched her food. In other versions, sometimes three-legged green birds brought her food. These seem to have some similarity with the three-footed birds believed to reside in the sun. Sometimes these birds are referred to as crows, although I think Qing Yan looks more like a falcon type thing. There are many different types of birds in Chinese mythology, and it's very important in this regard. Some of them are based on real birds, others aren't, and some are in between. The crane is a real species of bird with mythological enhancements. They're linked with immortality and may be transformed Zaini mortals or carry an immortal upon their back. King Yao is a creature found in various mythologies and arts of East Asia. It's believed by East Asian cultures to inhabit and represent the sun, and it's also been found figured on ancient coins from, forgive me, Lycia and Pamphylia. The Chinese have several versions of crow and crow sun tales, but the most popular depiction and myth of the sun crow is that of the Yang Wu or Jin Wu, i.e. the golden crow. The Shang Yang in Chinese mythology was a rain bird, obviously a bird that could predict the rain, and it was one of several important mythical birds in this tradition. The Shang Yang was particularly associated with the Lord of Rain, Yu Shi. Shang Yang was supposed to have visited a royal court, where it performed a dance upon its one leg, whereupon an embassy was sent to inquire the meaning of this event to Confucius in the neighborhood state of Lu. The Shang Yang was also known to Confucius, who predicted the imminent rain and advised the digging of drainage and the raising of dikes, but it didn't really work. So let's move on to the new character's name, Qing Yan. We know King is most likely referring to the color gru, which I referred to earlier as blue and green, and we also believe it may be a double entendre referring to the Qing dynasty. What does Yan stand for? Is Qing Yang beautiful and gorgeous, or somehow connected to cliff and rocks? Maybe even both. We did a little more digging and theorized that Yan might be an abbreviation for Yang. The yin-yang symbol, also known as a Tai Chi symbol, consists of a circle divided into two halves by a curved line. Many of us know this as one half of the circle being black, which represents the yin side, and the other white for the yang side. Semicircles and the small dots represent the idea that both sides carry the seed of the other. The white dot in the black area and the black dot in the white area imply that there's coexistence and unity of opposites to form a whole. The curvy line in the center signifies that there are no absolute separations between the two opposites. So, the yin-yang symbolizes, then, both sides. duality, paradox, unity and diversity, change, and harmony. The Yin Yang philosophy says that the universe is composed of competing complementary forces of dark and light, sun and moon, male and female. Generally, yin is characterized as an inward energy that is feminine, still, dark, and negative. On the other hand, yang is characterized as an outward energy, masculine, hot, bright, and positive. There are many written records about yin and yang, some dating back to the Qing dynasty and the Western Zhou dynasty. The oldest records of yin and yang are found in the Zhu Yi, also called the First Qing, or the Book of Changes, which was written by Qing Yan in the 9th century BCE during the Western Zhou dynasty. As we know, Gunfire Reborn has many references to Chinese mythologies and animals. It's no different when it comes to Qing Yan. Gunfire is filled with interesting, subtle lore that can throw you into a Google rampage for hours if it sparks your interest. From our research, Qing Yan is a character based off birds from Chinese mythology. Qing Yao are messenger birds that serve the Queen of the West, and Yan is a Chinese name that can mean beautiful or gorgeous. So this, along with our theory that Yan might be an abbreviation for Yang, means that Qing Yan could be Gru, blue and green combined, and gorgeous, or a messenger bird who is masculine, beautiful, bright, and positive. So basically, like a sexy messenger crow falcon thing? Either way, the new character Qing Yan, released with the Gunfire Reborn's 8.20 update, is an extremely fun and refreshing character to play. He is considered by devs to be difficult to play, but once you learn his kit and interactions between items in the game, he can be a devastating force in the world of Gunfire Reborn. Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed this video or want to see more videos like this, please leave a like and subscribe. If there's anything you want to include or correct, just please leave a message in the comment section and we'll get right on it. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!